Hello guys, it's me Butterfly Spirit. So today guys, I want to tell you about my experience of taking my pole class. So it's the first pole class that I've taken in a while. Last time I took pole class was about maybe a year ago, I guess. So I want to give you guys the rundown of what it was like. I do have the air conditioner running because it's like super hot where I am. It's like over 100 degrees outside, or close to it. So I hope you guys can hear me pretty good. So I'm going to give you guys a rundown of what happened today, so I can kind of walk you guys through it, and tell you what happened at my pole class today. So I'm going to use my phone here as notes. Um, so anyway, what happened in my pole class? It looks kind of dark in here. Hold on one second. I need to turn the light on. It's a little dark. There you go. Much better. Much better. Okay. That it kind of flickered because the air conditioner is like pulling energy. Anyway, so I'm gonna give you guys a rundown of what my pole class was like. So today I took a pole class. It was called Hello Pole. This is a very slow-paced pole dance class. In the past, I've taken intro to pole classes, and they were kind of like standalone classes that I took just to kind of get a taste of pole dancing and stuff like that at another studio. And this particular experience with pole is different. In the past, when I've taken pole classes, they were pretty fast paced. Basically, I was kind of rushed from one move to another, not really getting time to kind of process and digest it and stuff like that. And I really felt rushed in my past pole classes. So this class I took, which is called Hello Pole, is a slow paced class, which moves at my own particular pace, which helps me to learn pole moves slower. So today's class, it was 60 minutes long. I went to my class at 1 o'clock today, Central Time. Um, and I made sure I got there about 10 minutes early, just so that I could be considerate of my instructor. And I just thought it was going to be me and my instructor, but it turns out that there was another student that decided to join our class as well, which was pretty cool and it made it interesting. So the rundown of the class, my phone wants to like time out. I don't know why. But anyway, the rundown of what we did in the class, from like start to finish, was first, we started off with stretching. Then we did what are called body waves. Then we did some walking around the pole. Then we did fan kicks. Then we did front hooks. Then we did the fireman spin on a static pole. That means the pole is not moving. It means it's like just static, meaning that I move around the pole. Okay. And then we did fireman spins where the pole was moving. Um, and we got to just like play around with the spinning pole, which was pretty fun too, which I've never got to do before. So I'll just kind of talk through like how I kind of felt when different things were going on. So for starters, since it was like super hot, it was in like the like upper 90s where I live. Then I made sure that I brought some change of clothes. So the clothes that I was taking pole in, I wore like a sports bra and I wore some like some short shorts or whatever. And the reason why is because it's important to have skin in pole classes because to have a lot of areas of skin because it helps the body to stick to the pole, which allows for people to be able to do pretty cool. Like it allows for basically for pole moves to be done easier because in pole, when your skin is connected with the pole or in contact with the pole, it helps you stay more stable when you do pole moves, if that makes sense. And so that's why people tend to like wear less things. Now, in this class, the other lady that was in the class with me, she wore like a t-shirt and then she wore some shorts. She wore what she felt comfortable in. I wore a sports bra and some I believe it was like I wore some shorts. It was like higher waisted shorts or whatever. But, I made sure that my legs were, there's light skin on my legs and my stomach, and my arms and stuff so that my body could be in contact with the pole. Okay. So, like I said before, we did some stretching, and we did some new stretching. So this is stretching that I've never done before, in particular. So this kind of stretching, we did some things that were different. So we did the downward facing dog. We did, let's see, I think we did a child's pose. We got down on the floor, and kind of stretched, and things. There's like stretching that I can't like totally like remember all of, but there were some different like moves that I've never kind of done before, and stuff. And there's some move that's like a baby kind of move or something where like you're on the floor, you have your feet and your hands to the ceiling. And then there was like a straddle kind of move, like kind of a move that like strippers would do when they're on the floor and they spread their legs really wide, and stuff to the ceiling. And she was like, my instructor was like, okay, open your legs like a baby stripper, and everything. I'm like, okay. It's like, spread your legs. I'm like, okay, sure. So I was like, all right, sure, cool. So, that was pretty interesting when we were doing it. And, my instructor was just trying to loosen us up. We did, of course, loosening up our, necks and bodies, rolling our bodies. We did jumping in place and stuff too, which was super cool as well. Um, and once we were warmed up, then we moved on to body waves. So body waves, that's that thing where a girl's body kind of looks like a snake, like moving into the pole and out from the pole. It's that thing where it seems like a girl's kind of, uh, just moving seductively, I guess, into the pole and away from the pole. It's like I call it like a snaky kind of movement in a way. I used to have a hard time doing it. I guess now I've landed it because my instructor was like, "Wow, you're doing really good." I'm like, "Really? Oh, okay, cool. I'll keep doing it." So it was pretty cool. And actually, interestingly enough, because of my ballet classes, I've learned to do a reverse body wave, which is pretty interesting, which I didn't think I was going to be able to do because I used to struggle with it. But now I guess I'm like a natural. So that was pretty fun and everything like that. It's kind of meant to like it's kind of meant to make the pole movements more seductive, I guess, in a way. Then we did the walking around the pole. Yay. So walking around the pole was really fun. So my instructor was like, okay, walk like you got a big tipper in the audience. Like you're going to have a celebrity and you're going to walk around the pole so you can make some money. I was like, okay, sure. So I felt kind of awkward at first doing it, but then I kind of got into it with the music. I was like, okay, I'm walking around this. And she gave some tips about like how I can walk around the pole and everything to kind of make it more sexy. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of feeling this a little bit, and stuff. I still feel like I need to learn to walk around the pole a little bit more to get my confidence up. So that I can walk around like, yeah, I'm the shit, I'm doing this thing. So, um, I'm looking forward to like learning more about how to walk around the pole more seductively. She was like, oh, touch yourself and everything, and whip your hair around and everything and stuff, walk slow and everything. I'm like, okay, I was kind of getting into it and stuff. And luckily, I watched a video on it, last night, but it helped with my instructor, like showing me kind of how to do it to make it more sexy. And I think as time goes on, I'm gonna get better with like walking around the pole and developing more confidence, which I think is going to be super fun. And the reason why I talk about walking around the pole is because I was telling my instructor, like, I want to look confident walking around the pole because I used to have this thing where, like, I don't want to walk around the pole like somebody's singing in the rain, like the guy from that movie, like I'm a kid playing around. I really want to walk around the pole like I have confidence, like I'm sexy, you know what I mean? And so I want to be able to do that, and I want to be able to like just have that confidence that pole dancers have. And it doesn't come overnight. There was a video I just saw on YouTube. There was a girl, she was talking about like how she learned to pole dance in 30 days. And I got to tell you guys, pole dancing does not work like that. You don't learn to pole dance in 30 days. You do not. You do not learn a pole dance in 30 days. It doesn't work like that. There are things you really have to learn, and you have to learn like to build your body up to different types of movements in order to be able to do stuff. Like when girls are upside down on a pole, that doesn't come overnight. It really does not. It don't. When I was in an intro to pole class and my teacher was trying to help me like be upside down and kind of get used to it, it scared me to death. And I was so scared. I was like, I don't want to do this. It's too scary. Yeah. So, eventually, and being upside down on the pole, it's called inverts. So, like those movements the girls turn upside down and stuff. Yeah, those are inverts, and it takes somebody a while to get to that. And I want to get there at some point. I really would like to get to that point where I can like do that. So after doing the walking around the pole and stuff like that, then we did some fan kicks. So, fan kicks are basically holding onto the pole and moving the leg back and forth and kind of doing it kind of slow and seductive. And you may not know, if you don't know what any of these movements are, you can definitely look them up on YouTube. There's people who do like tutorials and you can see like what these things look like. But my instructor thought I was a natural, and I'm just like, I don't know. But I think what's helped me, and what's kind of helped me in this class, like prior to it, is that I've been taking ballet. So ballet has like helped me with like the more dance part, and a more technical part of pole dance. So like I didn't think that when I was like training both sides of my body, I didn't think that I was preparing myself for pole dance. Like I didn't really think that. But today, like I can kind of see how like my body has like built up this strength to the point that like, and not just for pole dance, but for anything. I've noticed my body's like been more stronger and more ready to like handle things like with yard work. It used to take me a long time to do yard work, and I used to be like tired. But now I can like cut the my front grass and back grass with no problem, thanks to ballet, because ballet has helped my body to build up the strength and stuff, which has been like really cool. And in my class today, it's just like I'm kind of going with the flow. You know what I mean? Now, I am a thinker, so I am that type of person to kind of stop and think a lot. But my teacher was like, just go with the flow, just let yourself do it. So I did have those moments where I was overthinking and stuff. But I appreciate my instructor for like working with me and letting me know it's okay. You can get it. Try it on a different side. Try this movement on a different side of your body. Try it on the right side and try it on the left side of the pole, in order to build up my confidence and all that. So front hook. So the front hook, that's a movement you guys can look up on YouTube. It's basically where one of the legs is going to be the leg closest to the pole. Well, actually, the leg away from the pole, the opposite leg, is going to wrap around the pole, okay? And then a girl's going to spin around the pole, okay? And if that doesn't make any sense, you guys can definitely look it up on online, on like YouTube. YouTube is a great resource for that. So for me, the fan kicks, I will say, I think I did really good with that, but I want to do more practice on that. The front hook. I definitely want to like continue to work on that so I can be more comfortable with it. Because at first I had a hard time like wrapping my leg around the pole. Like I had to like get out of my head and just like let myself do it. And it was easier for me to do it because I'm like right-handed. And so for me, like when I was on the right side of the pole and trying to like do the front hook, it was easier to do it that way. And then when I went to try to do it on the left side, then it was easier. So yeah, that one was good. And I did learn how to spin around the pole for the front hook, which was good. But like I said, I want to learn to train that more so I get better with it. And the next thing I got to do was a fireman spin. So that was fun. So that movement builds off the front hook, basically where I have to spin. So I have to jump up basically and wrap my leg around the pole. So the leg that's away from me, wrap it around the pole. And then basically spin to the point where I'm kind of like my feet are crossed on the pole. It's easier said than done to explain, but doing this on the pole where it's like static, where it doesn't move, is easier. When I tried doing this with a spinning pole, this pole spun so fast, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm dizzy. So, but I eventually got it thanks to my instructors like coaching on how to do it, and her showing me and breaking it down for me. Because normally with pole moves, like I said, I'm a thinker, so I think too much about what's going on instead of just like going with it and letting myself do it. And so it was good, and stuff. Last but not least, like we got to do some things where like I was able to like I had to put my hands up. So like I put my hands up on the pole essentially, like as high as I could, and then I jumped up and basically I this is when the pole was spinning, and I let my body like spin around the pole, and that was interesting. And I discovered I have really good hand strength to hold on, to let myself kind of like spin around the pole and stuff. And a spinning pole is a dizzying pole, which I have to get used to and stuff. And I think I'll get there. What I'm hoping to do eventually is to get to inverts. So that's where a girl is able to. Have you ever seen? You guys ever seen it where a girl like if she does pole tricks where she goes like she's upside down on the pole? So I want to learn to do tricks like that. One move I want to learn to do is an Aisha. So I want to learn to do that high up on the pole. And my first ever intro, like the first few intro to pole classes I took, I was scared to be upside down when I was like scared to learn to do that, and to get comfortable with that. I didn't wasn't able to really do it, but we were doing an exercise where like you get comfortable with being upside down, and my instructor was trying to help me. This is like another instructor I had, and I was super scared because when you're upside down on the pole, it's so different and it's scary. And like the body really has to build up to be able to do that. And like when girls are able to flip upside down on the pole, that's not easy, and it takes a while to be able to do it. My goal with pole really is to be able to do inverts, of course. It's also to be able to get more confidence, be more sexier, because I'm not really good with that. And I just want to kind of like be playful and sexy and everything. That's like what my goal is. I want to get to that point where like I can have that confidence and stuff. And I think I'll get there. And I think this time I will because I'm going to be more consistent with it than what I was in the past. And I'm really looking forward to it. My instructor was very helpful because she like took her time with me. I am going to be doing going to another class, like in a couple weeks. Next up for me, next Monday is I'm gonna be doing a twerking class. So, like I said, I'm working on the sexy aspect of myself. So I just want to get more confident sexually because I'm not really there. I don't have that persona. But my instructor said they'll get me to the point where I have like an alter ego, kind of like what girls like strippers kind of have, where they have like that alter ego where like when they get up and start working the pole, they know what they're doing type of thing, and they have like a different personality. And I'd like to do that. That's kind of something I want to get to, but I'd have to take a class for that. But I'm looking forward to it. I had a lot of fun today. And I'm really looking forward to keeping going with it because it's fun, and it's exciting. My instructor's like, you're smiling. She's like, I like that. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm having fun and stuff. So, yeah, I had a good time. But if you guys are interested in like getting into like pole dancing, pole dancing is for men, women, it's for everybody. And like I said, I had a fun time today, and I really, I'm really glad I showed up today, and I'm gonna be doing it again. So the next time I do a pole class, I will definitely be like telling you guys like what happens and like what we go over. So just to kind of give you guys a rundown of what happened in my pole class or what I ended up doing. I did stretching, I did body waves, walking around the pole, band kicks, front hook, fireman spin on a static pole, fireman spin on a spinning pole. And then I tried out the spinning pole just to have a little bit of fun. So that was pretty cool. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope this encourages you guys to try something new if you haven't already, something maybe you've been wanting to do as a hobby and you've been too scared to do. And thank you for watching. Bye.